I'm back for another segment of Lisa Michelle Beyond the Scale. Well, I'm on my way to work, so I don't have anybody to videotape for me, so I'll be on my own, and you'll be, I imagine, somewhat looking at the dashboard, which I do apologize in advance. It's gotta do what you gotta do, but today was weigh-in Sunday at the Weight Watchers, and I would like to say that I was down 2.2 pounds, and I won't say I was surprised because I made a huge effort. I haven't had any processed food this week because I switched over to the Simply Filling option on Weight Watchers. It's the no count option. Basically, you eat food from this list. They're power foods, if you will, and excuse me, they're power foods, and they're all calculated to come out to, you don't have to count the points. You're still tracking, so don't get me wrong, they want you in the habit of still tracking like you do on the tracking point system of Weight Watchers, but this way you just enter the food like you always would in your app, but a green circle comes up when you're eating the Simply Filling foods off of the list that they have for you, which is a huge list. And basically you can have as much as you want of those foods, but they still have portion sizes, so you need to be careful with your portions. You don't have to OD on it because you're thinking, oh, these items are free, I'm going to have all I want to have. No, it doesn't work like that either, or you wouldn't be losing weight. But I had Aunt Flo come visit to town, in a nice way to tell you all, but usually you're up when all that happens on the scale, and I wasn't this time, so it was quite amazing, and I was down 2.2 pounds. I had lost 4 pounds last week, and I was on the Weight Watcher tracking system, so I just switched over to Simply Filling on this Wednesday that just passed, so it's working. I haven't had any processed food since Wednesday, and do you know those horrible sugar cravings that I get when I just want to have something sweet after dinner? Do you know they went away? And the fruit that I'm eating actually tastes fresh again. It tastes like candy. I've been eating apples and bananas. I've even had cucumbers. I need to incorporate more vegetables into my diet because I don't hardly eat enough vegetables, I can be honest. I know salad counts, but you need to get some vegetables in. I don't eat carrots because they're as me getting older, my gums are tender, and I don't like all that hard texture of the carrots. It irritates my gums. So make sure you take care of your teeth while you're young, so when you get older, you'll have some nice good sturdy gums. So instead of eating all of that crap that we eat during our lifetime. So eat some vegetables, and I've been drinking my water all week, and I have been feeling quite full. You can look up the benefits of water. You can just Google it like everyone does, and one of the benefits I know of water is it helps your metabolism, which I had no idea. I thought you were just drinking it because your body needs it, and your body is made up of so much water anyway. But it helps flush your kidneys and helps you get clear skin, and it even has you full. So I have been told throughout my lifetime that when you drink water, it's supposed to help curb your appetite. So you drink at least about 8 ounces before you start eating your meal, and it really helps get you full. So it's like a filler, but also make sure you get in your healthy snacks throughout the day. You don't want to not have a snack. I find myself sometimes, oh, I'm eating breakfast, okay, then I'll wait later on, about 3-4 hours later, and then I'll have lunch. and then I'll wait another 3 or 4 hours, and then I'll have dinner, and then I forget that, huh, you could have had a snack. Go figure. So sometimes you forget. You wouldn't think that you would forget, but you do. So make sure you get a snack in there throughout the day. You can eat at least 6 small meals a day and feel completely satisfied. But I know with the Simply Filling option, I am so full. I had that yummy oatmeal this morning, but I had to adjust it. No more chocolate chips for me, because guess what? They're not on the Simply Filling food list. They would be coming out of my weekly points, and I don't have 35 weekly points. I have 28 weekly points, so that's a little harder to wheel and deal with 28 points when you're used to 35. So I was very careful today, and it's making me even that much more. You know what? I don't think I want to pay 3 points for a tablespoon of chocolate chips, even though they taste absolutely amazing in that oatmeal. But later on, if I want to use some of my weekly points, I'll indulge. But for right now, no, I don't want to pay for it. I did have a little small spread of real butter over my Nature's Harvest wheat multigrain toast, and I counted that as 1 for a teaspoon, because remember, it's 5 points for a tablespoon. And you know what? You really only just want the taste in your mouth. It doesn't have to be lathered down with butter for you to feel like you're getting some. So that was a lesson I've learned since being on this lifetime plan, that some things that you're used to having and how you're doing them, they change after so long. So I'm just amazed. Just like you can have sugar-free syrup, and the serving size is 1/4 of a cup. 1/4 of a cup wasn't enough for me when I first started out on the Weight Watchers. It just wasn't. I'm like, oh my God, it's not enough. Now it's too much. It's like the pancakes that I make, which are flourless, they're just swimming in syrup. And I'm like, you really don't need all that syrup, Lisa. It's just not worth your time. But the only reason you use it like that is because it's the serving size. It says 1/4 cup, and it's only 1 point. So you tell yourself, well, it's only 1 point. Go ahead on and have all that syrup, but you don't need it. So if you have a tablespoon, it's 0 points. I said, you know what? I'll take it. I don't think that's too bad. I just really absolutely in love with this Simply Filling option on Weight Watchers. They tell you about it when you first sign up. You get that book with the shopping list, and it's all in there. Everything that you want to know about the plan is in that book, but you're too busy tracking. You're getting in the swing of things and getting used to doing all of that tracking and stuff. So you want to make sure that you're on that part of it, and you forget that there is such a thing as Simply Filling. So I said, I'm going to try this out. When you do it though, if you do it, you have to commit to at least a whole day. But they say you can go back and forth through the programs, you know, like regular tracking and then Simply Filling. But when you do, you have to do one or the other at least for a whole day. Then maybe tomorrow you can switch back to your regular tracking if you don't like it. I won't say that Simply Filling is boring. It's just more of a clean food option. So like I was saying before, there's no processed foods involved. It's just like kind of whole healthy food. It's the same food you're eating, but say, you know how they have those Weight Watchers Smart Ones frozen dinners, or they might have a lean cuisine in the supermarket, or any other kind of low calorie meal already prepared. You'll have to pay for that because it's a processed food. It's been through some processes. That's why it's processed. But I can't even have I could, but I choose not to. I gave my mom my yogurt. I had 2 left of the Dannon Fit and Light yogurt, which is 80 calories, and they're only 2 points. I gave her a key lime pie, and I gave her the pumpkin pie one. and they're wonderful, but I gave them away because I'm eating a plain Greek yogurt. And I just put a little bit of vanilla, pumpkin pie spice, cinnamon, nutmeg, and some of my stevia in that yogurt. Mix it all up really good. And I have a banana. So pretty much that's what my lunch was. And do you know I'm actually full? I said, oh, this is amazing. So now while I'm at work, I don't feel the need that I have to stuff my pocket with some popcorn that I measured out for X amount of points, this processed. I don't have to accept any of those tokens of love from people that work at my job or people that work around my job at those eateries. I don't have to accept those things. And when I do, I just smile and say thank you. And I'll bring it home to someone else that can eat it and tell them, oh, yeah, the food pushers were out today and here's a pizza for you. I got a pizza the other night. So I brought it home and gave it to someone so they can enjoy it. And I told them,